situation will not arise. So you can handle this. Cyclic links also can be solved here. What we have seen in belief nets is it's an acyclic graph, but if we implement cyclic graphs, that is using that belief nets, using this one also, this kind of message passing can happen and it can be terminated. So this will adapt to implementation of belief nets also. That is what we conclude here with respect to this model. So our object based model suits for forward chaining, and what are all its requirements? It suits for backward chaining and then forward chaining. So it adopts for the both the thing, and it can also implement this belief nets or probability nets, which we can we call it as, and that is suitable for it. So then we give an overall picture to the model, that is the knowledge base, the inference engine and knowledge base. That is the current traditional that is approach is divided into, knowledge base is separated, and our belief system or belief module comes in between. The inferencing is done by the itself, and then the whatever is you can work, you can train the thing, you can test the things here, and then finally you can put that into the knowledge base. So this can be a dynamic work which can be happening, that is in lieu of this knowledge base. It can interact with the knowledge base whenever necessary. There can be a to and fro situation. Everything need not happen with the same database. You can have situations. So now why I say this is because there can be multiple models. One person can relate two things and another person can relate the same thing in another fashion. So he can have another module concurrently running and working with the knowledge base. He can evaluate it. The observations which can come from this interface, user interface, can go to both the modules, and both can be trained and they can be tested, and finally what is a fact and what is a rule for that particular environment can be decided, and it can be put into this one. So with this we conclude our belief module has been proposed as an increment to the knowledge base. This separates two functions, inferencing and knowledge searching, integrated with the inference engine. The scenario building and testing and inferencing is done by the belief module. This enables easier functioning of the agents in helping to build the knowledge base, and this also creates possibility to multiple agents. So this is how we conclude this module, and then whatever publication we have done here, we have given it here, and then we thank you and we want your suggestions. So now I would also like to show what is there in the prologue. The prologue issues I have to highlight. Whenever you say something which cannot be, whether can't this be done in prologue, that may be a doubt in your mind. So then to eliminate it, I will show simple things in prologue. So then what happens here is, whenever we say not alive John, when I give this, and if I ask the same question, I have given a fact. This is not considered as a fact with respect to prologue now, as on now. So why I say this is because not alive, if you run it, it says not alive John is true. So now it is a particular thing. So then if you give a message, that is you add a particular rule or a fact, that is alive John. Alive John. So then run this one, it gives true. And if you give alive John, then also it will give. So it doesn't identify. This is also true. Alive John is also true. Not alive John is also true. Both will be coming here. So then to avoid this, we have to write we have to write a procedure which tests both, and if both are there, we have to identify the cluster. That is whether there is a conflict. So this kind of conflict identification, if it is straightforward, it is very easier. So to identify a procedure conflict identification, like I will give you another situation here. So to show that the prologue doesn't support these kind of things, I just took it up, and then now I will get back into the explanation of the situation. That is, So now alive here. So now if this is not done in Prolog, so how our machine works is, how our system, our model works is, here what happens is, whenever there are two lists, is a clear, we have told that we are going to be a positive list. I will say, I will put there are two lists, one is for yes, and one is for no. So here you have an yes list and there is a no list. So now the possibilities here is, a particular thing can be available in one. That is a normal thing is, if it is available here, it should not be available here. So it is available here and it is not available here, no issue. If it is available here and not available here, no issue. So then the issue, the two other combinations are, it may not be available in both. In that situation, it need not say no. If it is not available in both, here the system can ask its own question. I do not have the information, whether you can, are you going to give the information now and then I will do the other work. It can become get into an interactive mode between the agent. So that is possible here. So it can raise questions because as you have two lists, it can maintain these things. Here, the distinction is not there in Prolog. That has to be done wholly by our procedure building. So here, very easily you can do this thing. If both are not available, it can get into an interactive mode. Similarly, it can identify a conflict, is a clearer one. If it is available, if something you want to add it into the no list, and if it is available in the yes list, you can say that there is a conflict already available. So then a old thing can be removed or new thing can be wrong. So what has to be done? Again, this also, it is updation of these facts is quite easy in these kind of implementations. So we would like to be frank, we would like to build this into an working language-like environment. If all the facilities of machines of multi-core environments are available with this can be taken into a model building, or that is tool can be generated. So we would like to have it in the future. If at all everything goes well, we would like to get into a project, and project grant has to be done. The proper environment should be available with that, so that you can get into developing a particular programming language, or that is artificial intelligence language, a new kind of implementation using the available. So it's going to be an advantage. It is not new. A new advantages or new modified version of language can be built up using this kind of model. So with this, we conclude the discussion about, or the explanation about these things. I wait for your questioning, and then I would like to improve and adopt whatever suggestion given by you. Thank you.